Hello, I'm recording this from in the car. It's very windy outside and I've only just been able to charge my phone today. We went for a long drive in the car. There's a place around Weymouth, which is where we are, called Wool. Someone's just come back to the tent over there. I just thought everyone's out at the moment. The children are playing really nicely, and in about half an hour Chris is going to head up the top of the camp to the chippy. So I thought I'd show you. I'll shut the door. I thought I'd show you what I've bought whilst I'm here, because I probably won't get a chance otherwise. I have got the video where I've been filming all of the beautiful views and what we've been up to, but I have to edit that, and that's going to take me a while to edit that. So I thought I'll put this video in, and then next week can be like the proper one. So this will just be a chatty one of me showing you what I've got whilst I've been here in Weymouth. So this, I'll show you my dress first of all. Now I can't stand up and show you it, but this is from Sainsbury's, the TU Sainsbury's range. Chris got it for me today. It was £26. But yeah, I was running low on clothes. We've had some beautiful sunny mornings, but every day there's been like some form of rain. So yeah, the lady's just looking at me. So yeah, we've had some form of rain, and so my joggers, which I was planning to wear, my pink joggers for a few days, they're very muddy, so I needed something else to wear. I did buy a skirt from the charity shop, and it's a handmade one, but it does not sit right, and I think I've actually got the exact same pattern at home, but I altered mine, and mine sat nicely when I wore it, but this one doesn't sit right. The pockets are not positioned right anyway, so I think I'll use that fabric to make bags and stuff. But I thought I'd show you what I'm working on. Oh, it's so hot. I don't want to open. Let me pause it. Let me see if I can open the sunroof. Chris has just opened the sunroof for me. Alright, so I have bought some things whilst I'm here. Now I haven't bought my shawl to show you, but I am working on the shawl for Winry. I was hoping to have it finished for camping, but then I realised it's summer, so it doesn't need to be done for this camping. I need to get it done for if we manage to go camping in Cornwall, which I'm hoping we can do this year, but we're not sure. Chris has found a place, so it's just if he gets overtime and stuff like that, whether we can do it, and if I can make some bags up and sell some bits on the shop, and then hopefully we'll be able to maybe go camping in Cornwall. That would be nice. So that's my plan, get it done for September, because that's normally when we go away. But I have also been working on my Crochet Cardi. I stalled a bit on it because I was umming and ahhing. So this is the Hexi Cardi, the Hexi Crochet Cardi, if you can see that. And it's the same way you would make a granny square, but you just do 2 extra points and it makes a hexagon, and then when you fold it, you can see it would be half of a cardi. And so I'm making 2 halves. I've got the other one here. Yeah, I put in some, so I'm using a lot of different yarn. I have the camel's yarn, I think it is. I was telling Ali, and Ali said, oh, she's lovely, I've met her in person, the lady that dyed that. I'm sure it's called the camel's yarn, and I'm sure that's this colour and this colour. I know this one's Turkish Delight, but I can't remember what this colour is. This one here is Pink Bear from Attic Spin Dye. This is Jemima from Attic Spin Dye, and this is the Badger colourway. Yeah, the Badger colourway from Attic Spin Dye, this last row. And then the other ones are just kind of like minis, because I was gifted some minis, and so I've been using them in it. But it is gorgeous, as you can see. There are people just there, they probably think I'm insane. I am, so oh well. But that Attic Spin Dye Badger colourway, and these are so soft because they're all hand dyed. Can you see in that beautiful sunshine? Yeah, I didn't have enough of this to go all the way around 2 rows on both. And so on this one I added in some hand dyed yarn, which I'm not sure who dyed it. Chris got it for me ages ago, but it was this yellow, and it's more it's not a single, but it comes up more like a 4-ply single, if you know what I mean. They're a bit thicker, aren't they? Like, I can't explain it. They're more tubey. I don't know how to explain it. The single 4-ply looks very different to just normal 4-ply, and that's how that looks. And I was worried about the colour of it, so you can see, like, here there's 2 rows of the Attic Spin Dye Badger, and then 2 rows there, but then as I've come round to this one, I've run out at the corner and I've had to add that one in, and I was worried that it stands out quite a bit, but me and Chris decided it's okay as long as I keep the pink going. So I kept doing a bit and then stopping and thinking, should I pull it back? But now I've done 3 rows of the pink bear, I think it looks okay. I think I'm okay with that. It's really, really windy, so I'm hoping that no one can hear me, because it's just like the tents are like gusting, and there's some washing over there. Someone's got a little rotary thing and it's holding on for dear life. So I hope that's fine. But yeah, this is such a lovely project. I keep getting this out because I've got some socks on the go. I'll explain to you as well. But my shawl, I have to look at it a bit, and my book that I'm going to talk to you about, I have to obviously look at the book to read. Whereas this, I can kind of look at it a bit, so I'm not making awkward eye contact with people, but also I can watch the children, you know. But there's just this gorgeous bag of yarn, because I was very kindly gifted lots of minis, and then I've added a couple of my own ones in. I've added this one to put in as well. So yeah, I'm very excited about this cardie. I love working on it. It's starting to take a long time to go round now, which I don't mind, but it does make me feel like, oh, when I show it, it's not going to look any different. So I think what I'll do is, once I've added the 3 rows of pink bear to the other side of the cardigan, I'll attach a bum frog charm, which is the charms I make. I make them with shrink plastic. I'll show you, if you've been here before you know anyway, but I make these and I sell them in my Ko-fi shop. So this is the bum frog charm, and that's because there is a crochet amigurumi bum frog, and I just love it. But bum frogs are real frogs and they're super cute, but I just made this one based off of the one that I had crocheted. So yeah, if you want a bum frog for your crochet, then have a look in my Ko-fi. It should be open again by the time I post this. And whilst we're driving around in the car, I'm working on my socks. Now this yarn is the oh, I can't remember now. It's Eldon Woodcraft's yarn, but I can't remember the name. It had a Wigget. It's the Wigget colourway, and it's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous, and I've got my Twix charm on this one. And so what I'll do now is I'll attach the Twix charm here. So when we talk, so when I started it, it was up here. I don't know whether I showed that as last time I showed it to you, I think, and I've been knitting away. I think I had it about here when we started the trip, and I've knit all this on it in the car whilst we've been on holiday. And we're here for 6 days, and we haven't done a ton of driving, so I think I've done well with that. But yeah, it was a sock set, and there's a brown that comes with it, so I've attached that on there now. I've done it around the right way. Yeah, every time I turn it round it twists. There you go, there's the Twix. But that's what I've been working on whilst we've been driving in the car. And as for my book, I'll chat about that because I've spoke about it before, and then after I've spoken about my book, I'll show you the new things. Oh, it's really busy all of a sudden. I don't think anyone's looking. I'm not usually nervous, but a lot of new people have just turned up, and I feel a bit like, I don't know. I feel nervous anyway because there's new people. I don't know who they are. All the other people in the camp we've been like chatting away with, and the children, they've given things to children. They've given the children a ball, and someone else has given them a load of fossils, and we've had the loveliest time. And then when Friday came, loads of people have come for the weekend, and it's a beautiful weekend, and so it's just packed. Yeah, there's loads of people with loads of lovely dogs. This is the book I'm reading at the moment. And I said before, I don't try and research about books. I kind of read on the back, and if I think it sounds good, then I'll read it. I don't want to know about the author. I don't know, because you get people's biased opinions, don't you? And if it's a terrible book, I just won't finish it. If I don't like it, I'll just stop. So yeah, I've picked this one up because I thought it sounded good. It sounded a bit gritty. It was a bit of a gritty read, and it wouldn't be for everyone, that's for sure. I wouldn't have been able to read this when I'd only just had Winry. I had to just read soppy romance stuff, but I do like stuff like this, and it's a lot. There is a lot of swearing in it, in the terms of so the guy's Scottish that wrote this. The author is Scottish, and he's very good at insulting people. He described someone as a wilted beetroot, was one of the, his head was a week old rotten boiled egg, and all of this. Like, I don't think I'm doing it justice, but yeah, the Chris, I show Chris the insults for this because I find it so funny, and he likes it. But it's a house of, it says, a massive storm batters the Scottish coast, and Gordon Smith's home is fallen into the sea, and the trouble is that's where he's hidden the bodies, and there's a killer on the run. It's very interesting anyway. There are some things about children in it, and there's a crime about children that's at the moment, which I'm finding a bit of like, oh, I don't really want to read about that, but at the same time I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so it might not be for everyone, but I am enjoying it, and I'm getting through it. I'm enjoying it. I wish I could read it more, but I have trouble with my eye. If I haven't told you before, I have like a blind spot in this eye, and it's absolutely fine long distance, but close up things, it can get my eye. If my eye gets tired, then it's hard to see as clearly. Close up, long distances is fine. Okay, so first of all, I have a new notebook, and we got this in Morrison's. So I thought I'd share it with you. This is the notebook I bought for myself for the holiday. So I've got a pen and a lovely notebook, and it's just lined paper. But I thought I'd share that with you because Winry was looking at all the stationery, and they picked some colouring books. And she said, "Oh, Mummy, another day, if you had some money and you was buying something for yourself, I think you would buy this." And then I said, "Turn round, Win." And as she turned around, I held up the one I was already holding. She went, "Oh, good." Yeah, so I thought I'd show you that because it's gorgeous. So that's my notebook from Morrison's. I also have a fossil hunting guide. That was brilliant. We went down to Charmouth Heritage Coast and we did fossil hunting, and Chris found a couple, because that's where, when they one of the families was telling us about fossil hunting, they said to go there, and Chris found this one, which is really cool. And I found some on the stones. There's another one here that's a bit of one. That's really cool as well. Yeah, apparently there's loads down there, but we didn't have one of them little hammers, and it started raining torrentially, so we couldn't stay too long. And I have a recommendation for you as well. I should have said that right at the beginning, because I went in a really gorgeous shop. Right, I'll show you. First of all, I'll show you my yarn. So I went in a shop called Wayoth Woollies, and on Instagram I would have shown it on there as, and on YouTube as a Find the Fat Cat, because I hid little fat cat, I didn't make him. My mum bought him for me for Christmas from the church fair, but I hid him and I took a picture, and yeah, I thought that would be fun to play that. But in Wayoth Woollies, it's a lovely old-fashioned sweetie shop front looking store. It's gorgeous, and the yarn in there is just lovely. It's one of them shops where you just want to come out with all of the yarn. And she was showing me the new plush yarn she had, and I really wanted to get it, but I thought no, because I won't use it straight away, and so I didn't. I wanted to play with some yarn first. And so I bought some, that lady's looking at me now in case you wonder why I'm going all bashful. I bought some Wendy Giggles yarn, and there's some really good prices as well. And this is the colour WG07. Yep, she thinks I'm crazy. And I bought this one as well. Isn't it lovely? And this one was WG12. So yeah, it's a 1000% acrylic, 100% acrylic Wendy wool, and I like Wendy yarn. It just feels like a normal DK. It's not super soft. It's not a Stylecraft special, which is my favourite, but it's lovely. And I'm gonna make probably a cardi for myself out of it. One more Wendy Giggles, so you can see. You see, I thought they were really nice together. And the last one was WG02, that one. Winry had, Mum made Winry a cardigan out of a very similar yarn to this. It wasn't a Wendy's yarn, but it was very similar. She ordered it off of Amazon, and that was a lovely cardi. And I treated myself to Big Value King Cole Tweed double knitting, and that's 98% acrylic and 2% viscose, and it has got tweedy flecks in it. And so my plan is to use those together and play about with them. I don't know whether I'm going to make squares or I'm going to make a cardi, a shawl, like a shawlette, like you know, with the sleeves. I don't know what I'm going to make, but I wanted to play with them. And I also had this one. My dad sent me some spending money for our holiday. King Cole Jamboree double knitting, and I had to get that one. I was persuaded. I didn't see the label actually. First of all, I saw this and I thought that looks good, and then I pulled it out and I was like, oh, Arden's not getting that label. I'm going to keep that one. I think that's lovely. I'm really pleased with that. It was a good price. It was £4.60, and Chris said on Amazon, because I said if I like it, is it one that I can get on Amazon? Chris said yeah, but it's like £6, so that was a good price. And this is also called Glow Stick Gala. Isn't it nice? So it says it's a DK, but it's a thin DK in my opinion. I think it's a thin DK, but I don't make the yarn, so it's not up to me, is it? Okay, I'm going to pause you while I do a ton of crinkling. One sec. Okay, this guy in the tent next to me. Hold on. He's pretending to look at his tent pegs, but 100% he's just come around to check at me, because he never does that. So all of the yarn was from Wayoth Woollies, but I want to recommend having a look if you are in Weymouth, and this is like along the beachfront, and then you can go to the high street at the back. The Blue Iris Gallery. This was the best shop. I said to Chris, it's a hidden gem. We just stumbled upon it, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous in there. It's just full of creative people's beautiful work. It's on St Thomas Street, Weymouth. I'm going to show you the tag. So there's all the information for you. So I went in there, and I'll show you what I bought from there, and then I met the ladies that work in there are just the loveliest. And I met a wonderful girl called, or lady should I say, called Beth. And I'll tell you about her in a sec. So first of all, I'll tell you what I bought from the art gallery, and then I'll speak to you about Beth. So I bought myself this tin. Isn't it lovely? I just thought I'd put my stitch markers and things in it. I've treated myself to that. And then This is kind of a joint present for me and Chris. I couldn't not get it, and I had that money. I had some money from Dad, and then I had a little bit of money that I'd given myself from my shop update. So thank you to everybody that had gone on there and purchased. I explained in the video that you'll see next week, which for me was last week that I filmed it, just how grateful and what I was able to do because of that. But yeah, I saved £10 for myself, and I bought a needle felted border collie in a bathtub with a rubber duck. It looks like Ellie, so it reminded me of Chris's dog when we had 2 collies. My Darcy had a completely black face, but I just thought that was so cute, and you could use it as a Christmas ornament, but we know full well that it's just going to end up somewhere in my house like that. I might actually put it in my bedroom because I love looking at it, and I want it away from the children. They're still in there playing. They're playing kings and queens and things. And the lady that was running that also gave me these papers. We was chatting because there was a junk journal sitting on the side, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And she had these vintage papers that she was sticking in it, and then she said, oh, let me get one of my magazines for you. And so yeah, oh, there you go. It's very hard to show. There's a knitting pattern there. I'm getting so hot in here. There's some knitting machine pattern. I love the adverts. I absolutely love all the old adverts and reading about them. There's one here. Oh, I don't know whether I'll read it. I'll post it on Instagram just in case I get flagged up for something on YouTube. But I'll just show you it a bit. You might be able to pause it and read it if you want to. Look how gorgeous these papers are. So yeah, I absolutely love them. So she was lovely, but I don't know her name, and I'm very sorry if you do watch this because I didn't get your name, but you were lovely. And then Beth was the one who was putting out kits for junk journaling, and I want to recommend Crafty Roots of Dorset on Facebook page. If you message her, I'm sure she would be able to send it out if you're not local to Weymouth, but I would really recommend her little kits that she's put together. Oh, and she was putting them outside in the top basket of the stand that they had, and I didn't see them because she popped them out whilst I was at the back of the store. And I'm so glad that I spoke about the junk journaling, because this was just I was so excited when I brought this home. So I'll show you the tags that she makes first. So she gave me one for free. Which one did you give me for free? I think this one. She sells these 3 for £1. So if you like gift tags and things like that, they're 3 for £1, and I'm sure she would be able to, you would be able to chat with her and she could arrange postage or something like that. But I would recommend coming down, if you're in Weymouth, coming down to visit their store, because it was just amazing in there. And in next week's video you'll see a couple of clips, because there was some needle felted party sheep. Was it party? No, party cats that I absolutely love. This one's my favourite. Oh, isn't she lovely? I love that one. And then this is the junk journal kit. Now I can't get this out in here because I will cook if I stay in here too long. But these junk journal kits are amazing. There's a vintage book in my one. All of them are different. You can see on the side. I have a vintage book in there. I have lots and lots of different papers at the back. There are flower fairy bits. There's little decoupage sweeties. There's bits of writing. There's stickers. There's a like washi tape. There's some fabric. There's a wax seal. There is so much in here for £5. It's just absolutely brilliant. I can't recommend this enough. So maybe in next week's video, or maybe a video after, I will have opened it up and you'll see what's inside. But I have opened mine up and had a look here, and I filmed before I destroyed it because it looked much prettier than this. Beth had done a really good job of putting them together. She makes them look gorgeous, and I've dismantled it so it doesn't look as good because I've been rummaging through, sharing my treasures with everybody. But it's just lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. There were so many pretty things inside, and I can't believe how much was in here for £5. My best purchase by far. There was just so much. And there was a Winnie the Pooh one that I really should have got and put away for Mum. And afterwards, because I was counting in my head how much I had left to spend, and afterwards I thought, oh, I should have just done that. But I was trying to work out my money and I didn't want to overspend, but I wouldn't have. I know now that I wouldn't have. I got home and checked and it was fine. But yeah, I wish I'd have bought that one. But I'm sure I could always message Beth, couldn't I? She's really lovely. So that's, once again, I'll just tell you that. So that was the Blue Iris Gallery in Weymouth, and Crafty Roots is the junk journaling, is the Crafty Roots of Dorset on Facebook. Brilliant. Right, one last thing to show you, and then I'm going to have to stop talking because I think I'm about done. In the sense of the car's going to go ping and Chris can come out and I'm finished cooking. I got some new knitting needles. Whether I'll use these, I don't know, but I just, because this one here, this green one's got like some paint or something on it, I'm not sure, but I just had to because of the beautiful colours of these. So I got a 3.25, a 3 and a 3.75. That's good. I didn't check whilst I was in there, I just picked them because I like the colours. Things like this, I like them sitting in pots on the side. These ones I will use. I hadn't seen these before, aerial needles, and they come in the original case. 35p, so they were probably, oh sorry, 75p. I imagine they were sold, that writing would have been like 90s, I reckon. But yeah, aerial needles, they're lovely. I'm going to use these. These ones are bendy. I think these are older. I don't think these are 80s. I think these are like 60s, 50s, 60s maybe. I'm not sure. Could be wrong. Could be 70s. I don't know. But these ones are definitely much newer. I would say 80s, 90s. I don't know. Maybe 70s as well. I don't know. It's not my job. But yeah, so I had to show you my new needles that I got as well. Everyone's coming back, so it's a good thing I've finished now, because I think Chris is going to go off to the chippy as well. I'm having chicken burger, and he forgot to order onion rings, so he's going to order them when he gets up there. When I was in Cornwall, I had an onion ring from this shop, and normally onion rings are about this sort of size, aren't they? In Cornwall, it was this big. It was bigger than my face, and if you know me well, you know I measure things by the size of your face. We have donuts from a bakery near us, and they're donuts as big as your face. That's a good measurement, isn't it? Right, anyway, I'm going to go, because everyone thinks I'm nuts. And they're all coming home, so it's probably the swimming pool's kicked out and all of that. I'll see you again next week for a more normal version of my videos, and all the lovely little scenery that I've been experiencing here. It's been gorgeous, and I'd chat with you about my stitch markers that I'm making at the beginning of next week's video as well, and then I'll take you on holiday with us and show you what we've been up to. So I do hope you enjoy that, but thank you very much for visiting me this time, and I hope to see you again soon. I thought of a lot of you when I walked into that art gallery shop. There were plenty of you that I thought of, and if I could, I would have bought everybody that I know that is into junk journaling. And I know, I'm looking at the camera because I know there's at least 5 of you that I've spoken to personally would have loved one of these kits. As a surprise, you know, I would have loved to have just bought them all and sent them all out as surprises. And That's what would happen if I had lots of money. I'd end up just treating people and I'd have no more money. But I'll see you again next week, and yeah, leave me a comment what you thought, and please go over and like her Facebook. I don't know how big her Facebook is. I've got terrible signal, so I haven't been able to check, but she deserves so much support and her kits are wonderful. Yeah, I can't rate that enough. They were a lovely store, as was Wayoth Woollies with all that yarn. I think I'm a very spoilt girl, don't you? I'll see you again soon, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely week. Let me know what you've been up to, and I'll see you again soon. Did I say that about 100 times?